It is the Live Love. It's the Live Love midday show. We are into the thick of it. It is Wednesday morning hump day. We're about to get into our conversation of the day. And let people know what we got going on. Get out to our conversation. For people that are just watching online or don't know, it is a full-blown radio show. We can be found on Spreaker.com or iHeartRadio and Spotify every day, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are on all the platforms. Come check us out. Get this great hip-hop, old-school hip-hop or R&B, and come get some of this conversation like we're about to get into right now. So I saw a post. As soon as I saw the post, I thought it would be a great idea. And the post is around body imaging and women in their body image. And the post said, because I want to quote it correctly, it says, "Women, it is time to tell your daughter it took you 20 years and 3 kids to get to the size you are now. And they need to slow down. Too much body positivity in this post-Lizzo world is dangerous. Age 21, size 8, and age 25, size 16, with no kids? Come on, y'all got to speak up. What do y'all think about that? Say, tell your daughters it took you 20 years to get to this size. 3 kids. Basically, she's saying you shouldn't be 25, 21, with no kids in the size 16. Lizzo got y'all twisted, basically is what she's saying. Is that true? Shout out to Michelle from California checking in on YouTube. So that's what we're talking about today. Body imaging. And this is just women, but I don't want this conversation to be about just women. Because dudes have body issue also. So this is not just about women. This is about people, period. So once I read this post, if you listen to the show or watch the show, when I hear stuff like this, it makes me go down the rabbit hole. So it starts to make me ask more questions and whatever. So it made me ask the question, is taking this into account, do we or are we making light of a weight issue or body issues that we have here in the United States? Are we making light of it, and are we making it worse when we allow people to say, "Hey, I like my body, I'm happy with my body, and don't tell me what to do with my body. Why I can't be happy being the big girl, or I can't be happy being the big dude"? Are we body shaming them? Are we out of pocket for saying something to them about their body? Is it okay to be the big dude or the big chick? Is that okay? Now, I've been talking to people and I've been trying to get both sides of this conversation. And I've heard some rebuttals to that, and I've heard some on the side of that. So, what are your thoughts on that? Shakita says, Rochelle says, whoever it is needs to mind their business. They don't know what people have going on health-wise or emotionally that causes them to gain weight. Okay, and I've heard that too. So first we're gonna get into it and see what your thoughts are on this, because I think this could go so many different directions, and it could be taken down a lot of different roads. I don't know what y'all think about this. It is. Shakila says, I couldn't answer the question. I've been a size 4 for so long. So, Shakila, let me ask you this. Being a size 4, and for people like, who the heck is Lab talking about Shakila? There's a chat room associated with the show that's located on Spreaker, where people can interact live during the show. And also, if you are able to watch live on YouTube, you can also comment there. So, Shaquila, being a size 4 for all these years, do you have a negative perception of people who are fuller figured? Thick girls, thick dudes. Do you have a negative impression of them? Or are you, hey, that ain't none of my business, do your thing? So that's my question to you, Shaquila. So Rochelle says, again, says that who doesn't need to mind their business. But then again, as I've been having this conversation, one of the reasons why sometimes when I have these conversations with people around me, because I want to hear the counters so I can push the conversation and have counters to your counter and counter. Anyway, so Rochelle, when you say it's their business, is it really just the person who's potentially overweight's business? Is it just your business? And the reason why I asked that question is because being in America, we are one of the largest countries in the world, weight-wise, as it relates to weight. Pound for pound, we are the most obese country on this planet. Also, the number of people who have been diagnosed with diabetes that is directly related to their weight is at epidemic proportions in the United States. And as a result of all these health issues that are a result of these people, medical costs and other things are going up. Google it. There is a direct correlation between the rise in healthcare costs with the decrease in health in relation to weight in America. There's a shortage of insulin because of the large number of people who are now diabetic in the United States. Again, that is directly tied to nutrition and lack of exercise. So when you say it's just your business, is that really the case? Because it is affecting all of us. Shaquila's responded to my question. She said, I want to be a size 8. When I say that around someone that's a size 12 and up, they tell me don't do it. Why do they say don't do it? Why do they say don't do it? So I'm looking for y'all feedback, because again, I've been having this conversation. I've heard a lot of different responses, and I'm looking for something that I hadn't heard, because I got comebacks for everything, because I had this conversation because I want to know what people's thoughts were. I really did, because I know this could be a touchy situation. Shay BJ says, to each his own, but we all are to each their own, but we all, big or small, need to be conscious of our health. However, we should not glorify being obese, overweight as self-love. Okay. Chandra says, there are some people that are diabetic by genetics, and it has nothing to do. Exactly, but there are different types of diabetics. But the increased number of people who are diabetic in America is Google it, is directly related. The huge influx of new diabetics is not genetic. That's not what it's coming from. The epidemic in diabetes in America comes directly from, again, these people who they're correlating it to the obesity rate in America, as well as the lack of nutrition in America and all this good little stuff right here. America has more fast food restaurants per capita than any other industrialized country on the planet. So on a whole, we don't eat healthy. So I get what you're saying, Chandra, but that's just not the case. That the large portion of people that are the new diabetics are, again, it's related to people's weight and health, and not just weight. Let me not say it that way. Health, their weight, as well as bad eating practices. Those two things have led to an increased number of diabetic people. And again, do we do people a disservice when we say simply saying something to someone about their weight, we are body shaming them? Are we doing them a disservice? And I'm posing the question because I want to hear what y'all think about this and what do y'all feel about this particular situation. Is body shaming real? Can someone body shame you? Is Lizzo out of pocket? Lizzo, who's not a small girl, you know, we all know Lizzo will get 98%. Well, I was going to say 90. No, Lizzo the straight got naked before. And people say, hey, let her live her life. And we say, okay with it. There was an actress on a show who won an Emmy. And she is like 400 pounds. And people would say very bad things and nasty things to her, you know, about her weight or whatever. And she said it hurt her feelings. But she also said she realized that she was not healthy and she decided to lose weight. And people said she shouldn't have to lose weight. I don't know. What do you think? Rochelle says it's easy for someone who isn't in their person's body to tell them what to do. My sister is a size 2 and diabetic. I am 1820, no health issues. I had a screen moved on me. I had 3 kids, a car accident where I had to take steroids for over a year. But I have a girlfriend who has had no kids, but is an emotional eater. No matter what your size is, you have to love yourself. Where you are and work towards what it is you want. I think there should be less judgment on plus size people who are happy in content. It's a disservice to tell someone what size they have to be happy and content. And that's what we're here for. We're here to have that conversation. We're here to have that conversation. So let me ask you this, Rochelle. Do you feel like you are healthy? How tall are you, Rochelle? Let me ask you that. You're 1820. How tall are you in relation to that 18 to 20 size? And if your sister's a size 2 and diabetic, I think she probably falls into that category that Chandra's talking about, genetically diabetic. So we're not talking about those people. Again, those people aren't largely contributing to the new diabetic numbers. Of course, there are going to always be diabetic people being born. So we're not talking about those people. The numbers show, and I'm going to put up some articles, and I think I'm going to post them in the YouTube channel page so people can read the articles on this stuff. Rose says, even if it's genetics, you have dietitians and trainers that can help. That's an excuse. She says, just like in addiction, you have to want it. So that some people say that. Some people say that, Chandra, now Rochelle, being completely honest, because I don't, you know, we joke about haven't dated or whatever, but that's not where we are for real. But that's not the point. The point is being completely honest, because I don't know your eating habits. Do you have good eating habits and do you work out on a regular basis? Because I don't know. Because you put what your history is that has contributed to the size you are. Do those things play a role? Because and while I type that, I wait for Rochelle to respond. Being honest with myself about me, I have horrible eating habits. I don't mind working out. Anybody who knows me, I run every day or most days. I try to get to the gym several times a week. But the reality is the reason why I'm not where in my head I want to be is because I have horrible eating habits. So being honest with myself, I know that's why I got a little bit of a dad bod. Because I'm addicted to these crumble cookies. If you got crumbles in your city, go to them. When I tell you they make the greatest cookies on the face of this earth, probably shouldn't be saying that since we're talking about body imaging and all this stuff right there. But Crumble makes some of the greatest cookies ever. Anyway, Rose says there are programs that can help you. You just have to look. Same as anything else. Don't be lazy. Ro has a different perspective on this clearly, but this is what we're talking about. But everybody has a different perspective on it. I have some friends who used to be size 18s and 20s, and they're no longer that. Like I have one friend, she's well, I have multiple friends, but I got one friend, she's a CEO. Well, she's an executive at TV One, and she don't mind me telling you this story. She in college, she had self-esteem issues because of her weight. She was a big girl, and she was like Rochelle's friend. She was an emotional eater, but she made a conscious decision. She said to change her lifestyle because losing weight, she said, was a lifestyle, and now she actually is training to be a fitness trainer. She's super healthy. The weight is gone. She's kept the weight off after college, and she's in her mid to late 40s. And that's not so. She totally changed her whole perspective on eating. Now she counts calories. She meal preps on Mondays and Sundays. So she totally dedicated to herself to changing her body. So I don't know. And again, I'm posing the questions, and I don't want to seem judgmental, but at the same time, I am going to push you if you're on the other side of that equation, because I want answers, and I want, for like Rochelle said, people don't understand. Well, that's why we're having this conversation, to possibly get some people to have understanding who maybe don't understand the other side of the coin. But I also want you to understand the other side of the coin, why people may feel like Roja said, she feels like y'all are being lazy and you're making excuses. So I want to have conversations on both sides of the situation. Shakita says, I eat a lot, but I have bad eating habits and I cannot gain weight. Shonda says, Shakila, you are like my sister. She eats more than I do and can't gain weight. So, Rochelle, you never answered my question. Do you or don't you have bad eating habits? Do you work out? Or are you active on a regular basis? I don't know. That's what I'm asking. So let me know. So that's what we talk about today. Talk about body imaging. Body imaging. Rochelle says nobody should be telling anybody what size they should be. You say that, but some people say I can if your size is affecting the stuff around us. That's the counter argument to that. So let's get into it. We're going to come back. We're talking about body imaging. Are we doing people a disservice by not checking them on their weights? Or is it like Rochelle say, it ain't none of your dang on business? Let me know. It's the Live Love Midday Show. Let's get into it. So what's going on, people online? So we, always stay online a little bit extra for the live feed. See, Rose says there are programs that can help you. Just have to look. Same as anything. Don't be lazy. All right. So that's what we're talking about. What do y'all think? Are we making excuses? Are people, like Rose says, are they lazy? Do you just not want to work? Do you not want to put in the work to change? Again, because I have two friends who have totally changed their bodies. They're women because they dedicated their lives and themselves to changing the way their body looked. They dedicated, they put it to work. They said, this is unacceptable. This is not how I want to be. That's what they said. So the people that don't do that, are you being lazy? Or is that what this is? You just lazy. You don't want to put in the work. You don't want to put in the time, put in the effort. Is that what this is about? Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit me up.